Welcome back to the workshop. Today I present to you puzzle box 10. That means I've made 10 puzzle boxes. Here's a quick review of the other 9 that I've made. So moving forward, puzzle box 10 I made as a gift for a family member, and it is made primarily of poplar wood from a 1/4 inch piece of poplar. I got some Purple Heart because I always put some Purple Heart on from that Parthenon project I did years ago. So this is the box, kind of unassuming box, and next I'm going to solve it, show you how I got into it. Spoiler alert, I'm going to solve the puzzle. There's only one of these. I only made one, so here's how it goes. The main thing is this appears to be the way it opens, but you can't really pry it and you can't really get anywhere with this. This doesn't open. It might budge a little bit, but that's not the way it goes. So it really has to do with these 4 pieces on the side. If you examine them carefully, you might notice that this one and this one are not completely flush with the wood, whereas these 2 are, because they're glued on. So either one that gets pulled first doesn't really matter, but they both have to come off. So let's take it off with this one, the one in the back first. That slides out. See, it's separating already. First or second, doesn't really matter. But that does release this. And the one in the front also removes. It's got a couple posts there. Now taking those off, you notice that there are actually 3 holes on this front side, but there were 2 posts. So there must be a reason for there being a 3rd hole. On this side, there are also 3 holes. 2 of them were for the posts, and this one's actually got a magnet that corresponds with a magnet on that piece. And I did that just to kind of help hold it in place, but later found something else that would hold it in place better. So, this is not really a sequential discovery puzzle, but you do have a tool here that'll help you to solve the first part of the puzzle. So, this long rod actually fits in here, into this top hole. You just push that in, and then you pop up the box. So now the box opens, and you've got this rod in here that's spring activated. And it fits into this thing over here, which is, what is this? It's a couple nuts and a hollow piece that I then glued together with some hot glue. Hot glue, that's what this is, to kind of make like a fast plastic. And that's so it's a spring activated. I did this based on a ballpoint pen. Doing a ballpoint pen, I wanted to make something that would be spring activated for locking a box. So here's the inside of the box. It uses that pivot, uses the pivot lid function that I started using for another project way back, the Dad's Toolbox, if you had seen that video. I used the same concept here, and so here's the inside of the compact box, but there's actually one more step. You just need to pull this out. There's a little piece of Purple Heart down there. That pulls out and reveals a mirror, and thus why it's called the compact. And so and that's it. And it'll have a little animal inside too, because I always put an animal inside of the puzzle boxes I'm making, especially when I give them away as a gift, because it's the one thing that kind of makes that box that box. So anyway, that's puzzle box 10, the compact, the mirror inside. There is room to store things either in this second part or even in the first part. Those of you who like puzzles like me, there's puzzles. This is a Jean-Claude Constantine puzzle. It'll probably stick right in there. Bike. Hanayama. This is a knockoff I got recently for my birthday, but that's the same size. And any of the Hanayamas, like Square, or here's Wallet, brand new Wallet, came out this year. I'm still installing that, but you just stick that in there and it should close. Yeah. So it's a great place to put puzzles or anything. If you are interested in making something like that, it's very simple. It's 3 pieces of poplar put together, and then I got a piece on the underside, and then of course I did the pivot system in the middle, you know, over here that stick right through. It's not a half mortise, or it's a full dowel straight through, and of course straight across. And then the locking system, you know, is very self-explanatory. That one, the locking system is what took me the longest to figure out. And when I did the pivot a little too late in the piece, so that's why I needed this piece to go behind it to kind of lock it in place. But I rounded the corners to allow it to look a little more functional, a little more decorative with the piece overall. And then of course it's, I applied a shellac over the exterior of it and over the posts. So they have shellac as well. So that's puzzle box 10, and that means I just keep going. Right now I'm working on puzzle cabinet 4. That's going to take a while. It's very complex. There's a lot going on. It's going to include carving, possibly some marquetry if I could figure that out. Marquetry was supposed to be used in the apothecary, but I was still too new to it. So the puzzle creations will continue. Thanks for watching.